So, welcome, guys, to the Bing Lounge. It's great to have you here. Thank you. Let's talk about the history of Default, man. You guys came out and you took Canada and then America by storm with a smash hit and a platinum album. You won a Juno Award up in Canada. How difficult is it to follow up that kind of success as a touring musician?
I don't know.
Very difficult.
Next question.
Yeah. Well, it's been so long,
I think it's always difficult to.
We got the mics on.
Are we
Yeah.
on? Hello, testing. Testes. Yeah, I think it's always difficult to follow up. Whatever you do next, because you always want to try and make it a little bit different and a little bit better if you can, right? So
you don't suck.
whether or not we've done that successfully, we don't know. But the more records we make, we got our fourth one coming out now. It's thank you.
Finally, hey.
It seems that we feel like we've got a better grasp on it every time anyway. So
let's talk about that record, man. I mean, you guys have, you've been through the trials and errors of a rock band. You signed with TVT, which is the largest independent record label in the United States, and they just went bankrupt in 2008. You guys had a record ready, I think.
Yeah, well, he applied for bankruptcy protection, but they didn't give it to him, which was the worst thing about it, because we had to get all the contracts and everything had to be all auctioned off through the courts. So about a year and a half just sitting there going, okay. Thankfully we released the record. Thankfully we didn't release the record right before he went bankrupt. At least we were able to hold on to it. He tried to take it and just try to release it guerrilla style and just throw it out there. But so we,
how do you think that, how does that affected your career? Did it turn out, how what they say, the old cliche rings true, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Did it make you bond better as brothers and it cause you to be a little more proactive in writing and a little hungrier at that point?
A little more appreciative, I think,
Of what you had or what you wanted?
well, both.
Well, I think really at that point, I think us being friends first and us getting along really good really kept us together. And us doing a lot of cool things, like we went to Afghanistan and we went to Korea and played for troops. We did all these cool things that we were able to do that not many people get to do. So we reminded ourselves of how lucky we are, and they stuck through. That's kind of what kept us together, and yeah.
Tell me about your experience in Afghanistan. What's it like to fly over there and come up to the camp where the boys are just anxious to see you, and then be able to play for some guys that are. I mean, I'm sure everyone here is extremely appreciative to see this show tonight, but I couldn't imagine being in the middle of the desert having these guys pull up with their instruments. What was that like?
It was definitely pretty cool. Definitely. Well, anytime you go when they're totally starved or they get nothing like that over there, and they're telling how much they appreciate us coming over there, and we're like, we appreciate what you guys are doing a little more. You're sacrificing your life over there and your family lives. Like, I know I was talking to one guy, and he hadn't seen his family in about 4 to 8 years or something like that, and because he just kept going after, he'd go on his tour duty and go back to to where his normal camp base, whatever, and he'd sacrifice a family life as well on top of you're going out there and almost
dying. And then
dying.
we complain about a 3-week tour.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
So you got your start. Yeah. Chad Kruger heard your demo, and he did some work with you guys in the beginning. Do you still have a relationship with Chad? He's a cool guy. I've met him. God, he's had an enormous success. Does he still consider you guys friends and vice versa?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we see him once in a while. He actually lives really in the same area.
Yeah.
He just got a hockey rink in his basement, so we go over there and play hockey every once in a while. And,
Oh, wouldn't you? If you?
Yeah, he's a good friend to have.
He's got the sickest tour bus I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, but he's a very generous guy, very nice guy, and yeah.
He loves it when you're on his side. Like he loves his friends and treats them like gold, and
Right on. Well, you know what?
So in a nutshell, he sucks.
Yeah, right, exactly. He's too nice. Needs something to find. Is that why they find dirt on the guy and spread it all over? Oh, you got a DUI. Oh, it's big news. Everybody loves to hate the guy that's perfect.
Yeah, I think the bigger you get, the more you want, the more people want to try to hate you. But at the same time, like those more, you only hear about the people hating him, but they don't realize that how many millions of people more like him.
They're all jealous.
Yeah.
I wish I had 10 friends like him, right?
Yeah.
Especially if I was in a band, right?
Yeah.
Well, speaking of that, let's hear some music from this band. Everybody make some noise for Default.